the chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose. Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lady, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We have nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry. I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Telemi and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lady. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir, truly. I must be going.
My lady, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish this.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
Hey! Green blood!
Kurt!
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your gold.
Enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor! yourself well, Greenblood. One might think you had a proper master of arms.
The best.
You already training for your new post of legate? Don't tire yourself. Flattery'll get you nowhere. But for the fight, you have remembered your basics. Your performance just got you out of a final lesson. Unless you want to go through the paces again before we depart.
No. Thanks all the same. I have quite a few tasks to check off my list before we depart.
And here you are already assuming your political functions. And in a hurry. Always too busy. Very well. If you ever want to go over your basics later, visit one of our barracks on the Isle. You'll always find a training partner to give you a friendly fight.
I'll remember that. Thanks. Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
On the contrary, I am thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsillon are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Don't tell me the old school teacher is competing against me. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I've no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for a celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
Mother, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill.
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my daughter has left on a mission to heal her people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here, take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off. Kurt. It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You were right. Maybe he is already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier located?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Where would you like to begin?
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Ptolemy and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. Do you think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it is certainly worthy of inspection.
I wish you a good day, Your Excellence. There are so many dead people.
Madam, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
To my help! And death to the others! You're running out of energy! Drink a potion! You're wounded! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! You're running out of energy! Drink a potion!
Good day, Excellency.
Lady de Sardet, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tir Freddy on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it, and perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that, but I'm sure that my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You were hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do. Could you tell me anything about Thélème?
It would be a pleasure. As you already know, our glorious nation is guided by our faith. We follow the teachings of Matthias, our founder and greatest prophet, and give thanks each day to the Luminous for having gifted us magic. The high dignitaries of Thélème are at the same time our spiritual guides, advocates, and grand mages.
I've heard say that dissensions have appeared recently in your nation.
Ah, you must certainly be speaking about the debates that have divided the Ordo Luminous and the more political orders. The Lord Luminous has an extremely pure vision of our faith and applies the words of our saint very strictly. But other, more open-minded factions exist within our nation. They believe that a less rigid dialectic would attract souls more readily to our faith. But their differences are purely theoretical, and do not threaten the cohesion of our nation, I assure you.
What is your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
As ambassador of Thélème, I can only rejoice at the mention of our commercial treaties. We appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle gave to our missionaries. Thanks to your support, more and more believers wander your lands. The congregation is our most precious ally. To be perfectly honest, we have only two complaints: that heresy is tolerated, and that your treaties with the Bridge Alliance are maintained.
How is Thélème faring on Tirfridi?
We built a marvelous city, San Matthias, on the western coast of the island. Did you know that certain historians believe that it might well have been the final resting place of our prophet? Our missionaries there are a multitude. Not a day passes without new islanders joining our sacred faith. Of course, there are certain pockets of resistance. There is talk of a demonic cult, disgusting creatures. But I am confident that the Ordo Luminous will be able to put an end to these horrors. And we have tremendous hopes that the entire native population will join our ranks.
How goes the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory is, alas, the only one that has been spared from the ravages of war on the continent. We fight on every front. Without great success, one must say. But what other choice do we have? These so-called savants not only refuse the light, but are determined in their fight against it.
And on Tirfredi?
To my knowledge, no one has yet seen any serious fighting. The Bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there, and have their hands full keeping them at bay. Which leaves us greater latitude to settle peacefully and pursue our mission of conversion.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light...
Greetings, Your Excellency.
Hello, milady.
I believe I've seen you at the palace. Are you one of the prince's relatives?
There are some days when...
Oh, hello, Your Excellency. It is an honor.
The merchant is there.
Madam, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
Good day, milady. How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refuse to honor the orders agreed upon with the Guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, madam. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, madam. I'm just an agent, and I'm only obeying orders.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain. It's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders. Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You were demanding a second payment, but refused to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
I don't think you understand who you were dealing with. Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lady de Sardet, niece of the Prince d'Orsay, and legate of the Congregation of Merchants. During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit a crime. That's regrettable, especially as you will be considered his accomplice in extortion and theft. You know as well as I that the Congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That's a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise without delay, unless you'd rather your master is hung, and that you finish your days in prison.
As you request, my lady. I shall go immediately and ask that these crates be delivered to the attendant.
Our new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us. To my help! And death to the others! You're running out of energy. Drink a potion. Move away. Things are about to get dicey.
Greetings, Your Excellency.
Good day, Tavern Keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
How is business going these days?
It's picking up. The Malicor and the neighbouring war. The epidemic still rages. But the possibility, now that we have a city there, quite a few seafarers come by to spend their...
Has the Malicor really put a damper on your...
More than a damper. People stopped going out of their homes. And then, thankfully, the alchemists of the bridge said that you couldn't just catch it like that. People were still distrustful. I also lost quite a few regular customers. Yeah, but that's nothing new to you.
With all these sailors coming and going, you must...
Right. Even they say that man-trees live there. Treasure abounds under every rock. Last night, some naughts even... Ah, but you know the kind. If you...
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
Locked. Locked. I don't have the key. Locked. Locked.
Lady de Sardet, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little...
Yes, we will...
Excellent news. I'm afraid though...
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an...
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well.
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier 4D as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well, now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less, illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
Welcome! It's such... Have you seen anything to your like? Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Your Excellency.
I have been told that you and those are great, but you will bring honor upon your...
I thank you, Excellency. My cousin Constantine...
I had no idea you would... Well, then, that is... please convey to your cousin...
You seem slightly hesitant.
A rather unscrupulous individual has...
Do people actually give...
Alas, yes. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our... This vulgar trickster! In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here...
I shall see what I can do. But make no...
I thank you. The man operates in the city center.
I need to be going.
Goodbye, Lady de Sade.
Worn through? Is your hat out of style? Does your vest belong to last year's fashion? This discovery will give you faith-healing success.
Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that. And more still. This little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malachor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malachor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A phial only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the Malachor, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the Malachor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take two.
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished. I even feel like buying some.
And if we had a word with him, I wonder if he'll serve us the same routes.
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my...
In this day and age, I can't blame you.
I will think about it.
As you wish, but don't wait long. It won't last. Have you finally made up your mind?
Are there any nasty side effects with this remedy?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of well-being.
Will you drink one of your potions? To prove...
Of course. But, as I'm in perfect health... But, if it helps you make up your mind... There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now. I saw you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
Have you finally made...
I will think about it.
As you wish. Death to the others! You're running out of energy. Drink a potion. They broke your armor. Be careful. Have you finally made up your mind?
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be...
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief?
Come now. You can see for yourself that I'm gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no,
Damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far.
Find him, before his head ends up on a spike.
Think back to the note that we found. We need to take a look at the tavern. He won't leave the city without his belongings.
You again? What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that's found you. Have you seen the mob that's gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce, and he's the one who sent me.
Sahin. Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Sad.
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were in...
That doesn't surprise me, coming from him. I understand if you don't believe me after all that, but I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set off a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy. To criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners, making them drink the most vile poisons. To find a remedy to the Malachor, they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace, and earned Sahin's hatred. Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions. So why don't you?
You don't understand. I fled, but I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the Malachor.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder? That is completely unethical.
I don't have a choice, but it does not harm them, I assure you.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. I mean, the mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps, but you are hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, what are you going to do with me, my lady?
I'm going to help you leave the city. But you must promise never to return.
I swear it.
Very well, then. I need to first get you away from those...
If we can't find a way to sneak out of here discreetly, we will have to confront the populace.
I haven't lost hope that I'll be able to help them hear reason.
It would be better if I remain hidden while waiting. So, did you find a way to get me?
Yes. I need to get you out of here. I have unlocked the service entrance. You will be able to sneak out of there discreetly.
Without being skinned alive by the mob? I follow you.
Let's sneak out the back.
I hope we don't run into any unhappy patients.
To my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! Move away!
want me dead? Is that it?
Out of style! Welcome! It's such a pleasure to have you seen it. Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
My cart, finally. I owe you my life. How can I ever thank you?
Just do us the favor of never coming back.
Have no worries about that. I'm not going to forget this.
Move along now.
Would you accept this as a token of farewell, my lady?
Your Excellency.
Lady...
I tracked down your man near the Coin Guard barracks.
Finally.
Let's just say that I put an end to his activities. His reputation... Matters turned out a little... He managed to slip through our fingers.
Once again. That man is part eel.
We followed his trail to the Coin Guard Tavern. All the same, you have nothing to...
We'll eventually catch up with him and deliver the punishment that his crimes deserve. Governor Burhan will be happy to learn that such an amiable legate will soon cross the shores of Tir Fredi. Thank you for your help, Excellency, and allow me to offer you this modest gift.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's niece. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able...
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
This Jonas,
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavio and Lauro.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there, in port.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking?
Take a look around. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, that said, we did catch ourselves...
A smuggler? Maybe.
In the port jails, not far from the warehouse. May I ask you, why the sudden
A couple of heretics are planning on leaving Serene. The ambassador of Thélème has entrusted me...
Happy to see that you trust me enough to seek my counsel in the affair. Just so happens that I heard someone talking about the couple. The Cardinal's men are far from discreet. They were making quite some ruckus, asking to search our warehouses. We, of course, refused entry. Only the Nords have access. I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I'm certain your potential stowaways aren't far. But we won't allow you to make a search to grab them. Not officially, at least.
What do you mean?
That discretion and malice are often more useful than titles and words.
You haven't heard anything about my cousin. To be honest, we were hoping to...
Did you say he was intending on celebrating? My men spoke of a rather animated...
That isn't the safest place in the city.
Let's go and find him.
Happy to be of some help.
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your...
Impossible. All merchandise must be registered at the show. Unless you're asking me to turn...
I wouldn't go that far.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next...
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave...
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there...
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten it into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tier 4D. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held. All that is not in the warehouse, and noted on the manifest, will be left. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait.
Sorry, Kurt.
The commander is gonna have my head. I'm sure that's what he wanted in giving me this impossible task.
In that case, we're going to have to doctor the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbor Master. Could you tell me a little about your...
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can...
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard.
Our magic, yes. That only the North... As for your question, any child born on one of our ships, others are sea gifted. Joining the Nords, it's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
Could you tell me anything about our...
It is a magnificent place. Why? The natives have a relation... They're a very friendly people, welcoming. That will appear... I've also heard that they're a great... But I wouldn't know what else to tell you.
What do you think of our port?
Thanks to your prince, even though it remains part of you. Certain zones are owned completely by us. It's a good port. Were it not for the Malak...
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
Any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
If you wore a Naut uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in. Unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients. But it's doable.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs.
To my help! And death to the others! Careful!
I've seen a few
Are you the smuggler?
You snuck yourself in here just to ask me that question? If this is some sort of trick to get me to
You can see for yourself that I'm no Naut. Come now.
I'm already locked up. Yes, I am a smuggler. But I'm not the only one.
I'm searching for a couple fleeing Thélème. Have they contacted you?
You certainly can't imagine I'm going. I don't really think of my clients as kin, but
A real saint you are. Tell me where I can find them and I'll...
That works for me. Your two Thelemites are here. They must be waiting for me. But you might want to... If the Nauts get their hands on them...
Thank you.
Anytime. And these...
I don't have the key.
Halt! The warehouse is off limits.
Can't you make an exception?
No, sorry.
Very well.
Orders.
Very well. I'm going.
Orders up.
Very well.
able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in, unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients. But it's doable.
Do you have any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
You cannot pass. Only the Nauts have access to the prison.
I've seen a few escapes.
Are you the smugglers?
If this is... I'm already... Yes.
I'm searching for a... Have they contacted you?
You certainly... I don't really think about...
Tell me where I can...
That works for me. They must be waiting. If the Nauts get there...
Thank you.
Anytime.
Hello, Your Excellency. It is an honor. Tavern keeper.
I see you're back.
I'm looking for my cousin. His name...
There was indeed a party here last...
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rouse, hair down to his neck, light brown.
I don't believe it. I hope you've come to reimburse me. A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood.
Let me take a look.
If you can fix it, I'll be obliged.
Here you are. To cover your...
Excellent. On it. Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool. He went and insulted dangerous fellows. They've a storehouse.
What kind of...
Several, actually, and they're all illegal and profitable. But you didn't hear that from me. In any case, if you were set on recovering your cousin...
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya. Get him out of whatever mess he's got him. Anything else?
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
This furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
And there you have it. You'd never guess they were once broken. Tavern keeper.
I see you're back.
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
I still don't see Constantine at your side.
Don't worry.
I certainly hope so.
What will be your official title on Tifredi?
Come now, don't be ridiculous. But His Highness is also I am therefore required to also obtain as much. Your help will be extremely valuable.
It's always a privilege. I need to be leaving.
Madam, you still haven't found your cousin?
Have no fear. I will bring him back into...
I'm still without news of my cabin boy.
Be back soon, Captain. Good day. Someone told me that you were a friend of Jonas, the young cabin boy who was gone missing.
That's right, yeah.
Yes.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What could...
When did you last...
2 days ago, in the evening.
Did anything seem out of...
Maybe a tad troubled.
Why would that be?
Why? I haven't the fate...
What does Jonas do in his free time?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin. When evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole...
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as...
Do you think he could have made him...
I wouldn't think that for a moment.
I don't know where to start.
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him.
You don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much... Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator. He knows his craft well.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet.
I need to be going. Could I trouble you again?
Have you found Joe?
Not yet, but I have... I need to be going. Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing...
Talking about Jonas, but like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds. He didn't go missing, he was taken.
Were you a witness to the...
Yes, I was. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to him. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand. Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed...
Did you report this to the...
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. And the captain? No, not telling him that.
Did Jonas seem troubled to you?
Maybe. For sure.
Do you know what was on his...
No.
Why would anyone want to see...
How would I know? You...
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs. Did anyone else see the kid?
There was still a small crowd in the town. I seem to recall that regular being there. We play kind of fellow who plays from morning to now and again. He comes out when nature calls.
Thank you, Lauro. I need...
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here. I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this. Tavern keeper.
I see you're back.
I am looking for a Naut. A young...
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite...
According to one of his fellows.
A kidnapping. In my establishment. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold...
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightning...
Where might I find him at this time?
Here. He would never give away his chair. Anything else?
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
Who are you?
No, have no... I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared. A young cabin boy.
Yes, that does.
Tell me what happened that...
A rich merchant came in. The kind of man you can round up for a few coins. If you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go, and I think I might well have seen those same men. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him, if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
What can you tell me about the boy? How...
He seemed rather nervous, and he must have been right to be nervous.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think?
No, my lady, you're in luck. It so happened. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off...
Thank you.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
Might I help you, my lady?
I would like to have a word with...
He is absent, but the lady of the house... Enter, please.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lady de Saint. And to what do I owe the...
I would like to have a...
He is not here.
It concerns a delicate matter. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You see, he has simply returned home.
Excuse me.
Don't you see, Your Excellency?
I am very surprised. Several witnesses... And that his men escorted him from the tavern using...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards...
These witnesses are all...
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men. A gesture that you're drunk...
What was your son doing on a north...
It is what they do. Through
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. But I will not say another word. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must, until the Naughts have set sail. We live in fear that
this pact... It sounds like some fear-inducing story. Excuse me, madam, but I have...
If you would be so courteous...
With respect, my lady.
Madam, you still haven't found your cousin?
Have no fear. I will bring...
I'm still without news.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother...
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Naughts, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small... And ever since, he's been a Naught. Our ships are his home. And we are his own...
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Naught?
Sir de Corsilion is a veritable well of scientific knowledge. He could tell us a little more. This document mentions another property. A warehouse.
That would be a great place to hide. Shall we take a peek? Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
I don't have the key. Locked. I don't have the key. I don't have the key.
To my help! And death to the others! You're running out of energy! To me, gods! Take no prisoners! To my help! And death to the others! gods! To my help! To the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! You're running out of energy. Drink a potion! Your armor! Be careful! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Locked.
Who are you?
My name is Desart. Your captain has said...
And were you able to convince my father?
He preferred to fight to the death rather than allow you to leave. He left me now.
How tragic. The poor man and the woman, my mother.
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years. Find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. My family is the Naughts. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now. Can I go home?
Yes. You should still go and say farewell to your mother.
idea who I am? Open up, imbecile!
That vulture of a tavern master.
Sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
Don't be an idiot. It's obvious that he's a noble, a rich man. He needed to be taught a lesson, but it's better we grab some coin. With all those posters we posted, someone with deep pockets will show up sooner or later to liberate the rooster. He's making a great deal of noise. We could knock him out, or gag him.
To my help, and death to the others!
Locked.
Well, this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite, and a demanding father to impress!
Constantine, it's me!
My fair cousin! Oh, my lucky star! Always there to pull me out of my fires.
I do what I can. We are departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by your absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me.
He cares about you. I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure. If you only knew how these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, fair cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
There's no one left to pay, Your Highness. The brave Kurt and your cousin have already settled the books.
Really now? What a shame. I would have loved to have seen that. We've nothing left to do then than to board our ship. An adventure awaits us at the end of the street.
Madam?
Constantine d'Orsay.
Enchanted as...
Are you ready?
We should... My cabin. All we can... I do... Actions.
Be back soon, Captain.
Where is the manifest to be found?
Authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs. Here is the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
Come on now. Let me out. Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen. Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen.
Hello? What can I do?
We're your replacement.
Finally! The path is clear. We should notify the men. They need all the time they can get.
May the Illuminated save us. The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison, but revealed...
Oh, the traitor!
Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition, then? Please, please, have pity on our souls. We have committed no crime. We are not heretics. We are nothing more than historians. In that case, why is the ambassador of Thélème so concerned about your teachings? Why is the Inquisition looking for you, and why are you hiding? Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you have the result.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would be safe. But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed us here. Tell me more about your research.
Our work concerned the teachings of St. Lucy.
The disciple of St. Matthias. The one who returned to Thélème after traveling with his master.
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved, but never seriously studied.
With the discovery of Teofredi, we wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place that he spoke of. The Eden of St. Matthias. And? What?
Teofredi is without any doubt the land that our St. Matthias and his disciples went to. But the text that we discovered was radically different from what we expected to find.
In the original text, St. Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden, of the paradise of the Illuminated. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth, which convinced St. Matthias to stay there.
It was written in black and white, and there is no doubt about it. The original was written in Lucius's own hand.
I understand now what that text has cost you. This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret, but what is written?
Who were you hoping would give you asylum?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase us.
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for spies.
That would be better than being burned.
Did you try speaking with the censors?
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation stating that we misunderstood the sacred texts of St. Lucius. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the true text. Or any—
It served no purpose. I see. I beg of you, please. It doesn't sit well with me to send you to the flame. I freed your smuggler, and he'll certainly be in touch. Be careful.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for having heard us and helped. You are truly full of kindness.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart. Good day, Excellency.
Lady does...
It pains me to inform you that the...
Curse them!
Alas, these renegades have found protection. I would not have been able to capture them without...
The bridge. But we have not...
I must be going.
Captain, milady,
The way is clear.
Do your best to be quick.
Don't you be worried.
The warehouse is at the end.
Move out.
Your Highness.
Come now, Sir de Corsilion. I'm sad to... Would you believe those still... Ta-da!
You might have refrained from the
Take away the risk.
But you wanted to...
I need to be leaving.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave.
Madam?
Are you ready?
We should be able to...
Be back soon, Captain.
Madam?
Are you ready?
We should be able...
Permission to board the ship?
Certainly. Think you have any farewells to make?
You were quite right.
Then be quick with it.
Be back soon, Captain.
So you're back. Right then.
We can guarantee that your merchandise...
Thank you, Your Excellency.
The cargo shall make the voyage. But who will be at its reception?
That shall be your next mission. Once you've reached New Surrey, he will give you new. Until then. So you're back.
We can guarantee...
The cargo...
That shall... He will give you new... Until then. So you're back.
We can guarantee that you...
Thank
The cargo shall make the voyage.
That shall be your next mission. Once you've reached New Serene, go and find the quartermaster. He will give you new instructions. Until then, I wish you a safe and pleasant voyage, Your Excellency. Kurt, good luck.
Are your boots worn through?
Madam,
are you
We should be able to say...
Permission to board.
Sir, do you have any
No, my house is in...
Perfect. Follow.
I am so eager to discover Tir Friddy. My isle. My new city.
You'll need to arm yourself with patience. The voyage will be long. I've been told the trip lasts months.
And they say the place is full of gigantic creatures. As big as buildings.
That's right. I heard a rumor the Nauts even brought one back in one of their ships.
I doubt that. The Nauts are strange.
The beast is awoken!
Those conniving, pista-stilling, bridge-building liars. The creature was supposed to be out for days. They'll pay for this.
What the hell manner of cargo are you transporting?
Help! We need ropes! We must contain it! Help!
Come now, let's lend them a hand.
Watch out! Take a step back, sir!
Kurt! Captain!
Greenblood, how do you fare?
Fine, fine. It is dead.
Are you wounded?
I'm well. Your lessons have proven effective.
I've never seen a beast this size. It's quite extraordinary.
Cousin, what a fight. You were illustrious.
I'm not of the same mind. I have the feeling it was already weakened. I did nothing more than finish it off.
Your humility remains a constant. But believe me, that battle was absolutely epic.
Madam, gentlemen.
Your cousin's enthusiasm is most impressive.
This journey is his long-awaited chance to prove his worth. He has a demanding father.
More likely he's just happy to be free of this hornet's nest.
I definitely know I am. That's certain.